I want to start with the big picture because you are seeing a rebound in demand, but driver supply isn't quite back up yet. Talk to us about the trends you're seeing right now as we get closer to a full reopening.
Yeah, thanks for having me. So overall, we had an extremely strong quarter, as you said. We exceeded across revenue, contribution margin, and adjusted EBITDA. On the supply side that you mentioned, this is the reverse of the pandemic beginning with the pandemic ending. Instead of demand falling, we have demand rising rapidly. So this is a good problem to have. Obviously, we're increasing the incentives for drivers to come back on the platform. We're seeing impact on that, and I think this is going to play out to get market balance over the next couple quarters. Something that we've had to do in the past, we know how to do, and we'll continue to manage.
We've been listening into the Uber conference call throughout this hour. Uber saying it's confident it can achieve profitability before the end of the year. They've been saying they would do it. Now sort of reiterating that you have a milestone of your own you are working towards. Talk to us about profitability from Lyft's perspective.
Yeah, last week we pulled in our milestone from end of year to Q3. Extremely confident in our ability to hit that. We're excited again to get now tailwinds in the rideshare recovery. And so we fully intend to hit that target.
So how concerned are you about what the Biden administration has done? They haven't issued a new interpretation of this gig worker rule, but how big a blow could that be to the overall model?
Yeah, I think what you just said is important to clarify that the Trump administration rule was never implemented, and the Biden administration has not announced a new rule or even the start of a new rulemaking process. So I actually see this as an opportunity to refocus the debate on what drivers want and need, which was very clear in California, which is a progressive state, that they want independence and benefits. And so I don't believe the government's recent comments signal any major change in direction. They do not impact our business today. And we're going to continue to work with policymakers at the state level, as well as at the federal level, to make sure that they hear the voices of drivers, to get benefits with independence. And I believe over the next couple of quarters, we'll have additional models like what we did in California, but in other states.
And yet there still seems to be this continued criticism about that model, and we're seeing new laws go into effect in different countries. I asked Dara Khosrowshahi, the CEO of Uber, this very same question about the sort of equity that is created by this model or not. Take a listen to what he had to say.
We think this model of maximum flexibility to earn the way that you want to, along with some benefits, we think that is the future model, and it's one that we're going to support.
What do you say, John, to the critics who, can't shake the belief that this model leaves some folks behind, essentially?
Sure. I'd first ask them, have they talked to their drivers? And what is the opinion of the drivers? Those are the workers that are implicated in whatever type of rule or law is changed. And then I would make sure we're listening to what we're trying to accomplish. We want to add and increase benefits for drivers while retaining their independent contractor status. I went to our general counsel years ago and asked to add, in the beginning of Lyft, and asked to add various benefits, of which with independence, for some reason back in labor code from decades ago, benefits were only tied to employment. And I think there's a lot of important benefits and protections that the labor movement has fought for and earned for employment. And I think we should bring those over to independent contractors as well. So I'm not saying that we don't want to do those things. I'm saying that the ability to work on multiple platforms, the ability to turn on and off the app whenever you want, and have an amount of benefits that scale with the amount you work is a positive thing.
Now, airport rides spiked in April 65% compared to January. Spring break was happening. Are you expecting a roaring summer? And where are you expecting, or where are you seeing places pick up the most in the U.S.?
Yeah, we are projecting that this will be, as you said, a roaring summer, maybe another roaring 20s, as people can get back out. I know myself and friends and family are incredibly excited as we get vaccinated to be out and about, to have to travel. And so I think travel will be booming again this summer, and we want to be there to support our drivers and riders.